Good morning. Thank you for stopping by my channel, KayakMatt. Today I didn't bring the kayak. I decided I was going to go shore fishing up here at KayakMatt. It's a beautiful river, fun, good fish to be had. Unfortunately, the wind didn't cooperate with my plan, my setup, anything. So wanted to do some ultralight fishing. I wanted to get some small bites, see what I could get on my gulp minnows, and see if there was, anything biting. Since the weather's starting to change, we're starting to get back into spring, and the temperatures are going up. We're supposed to have a pretty warm week this week, but the 20-mile-an-hour winds out here on the river kind of spoiled my plan. So unfortunately, here I am sitting in my car trying to stay warm because the breeze with 20-mile-an-hour winds, it's 36 degrees currently. That wind makes it feel so much colder. My hands were frozen in minutes. Of course, my first cast I snagged up. So the wind is too much for the ultralight fishing, unfortunately. The wind is not going to cooperate either, so I don't know that I'm going to actually be able to fish on the river today. But just to give you an idea of things that are going to be coming to my channel, I'm going to be fishing for just about anything that bites. There'll be some exciting features where I'm going to do raw and uncut, which was the plan today. So it was everything you saw was going to be me out here in the wind, but it's too windy, it's too loud, not enough barrier here at the river, so you're standing right in the wind, which screws up audio, screws up casting, screws up really enjoying it, because you don't have any control over what you're fishing with. It was nice to come out here, nice to be by the water again. It's been a while, but I'm looking forward to sharing my adventure with you. Most of my fishing, like I said, will be on a kayak, but until the weather gets to the point where I can actually get out on the kayak, I want to do some shore fishing, just get an idea of what's out there, get people to my channel, see if it's something they want to see. Eventually down the road, I imagine I'm going to have something that's going to have to do with live. Some people like to actually see the live, where you can see all my mistakes, bloopers. I'm maybe more of a blooper reel, I would probably say, but it'll be a good time. I'll try to make it enjoyable. We'll have conversations kind of like this, but I'll talk about my setups more when I'm out there using them. I do have C3 Fishing, which is Cabbage Creek Customs. They hook me up with a stellar rod. I'll post pictures probably to my channel so you can see it. So stay tuned for that. I've got a couple kayak catfish, gollywhopper rods I'm going to be using when I'm doing my catfishing. I do have a Catfish Sumo chopstick that's going to be used for probably my everyday kind of fishing. So for bass, if I hook up into a carp, some pike, walleye, along with my C3 fishing rod. They're all heavy duty. I mean, they're medium heavies, all over 7 foot long, so they'll be fun. It's gonna be interesting to see what I can come up with, what I catch, what I can share with you. We're going to have some fun, so I hope you look forward to it, because I definitely look forward to sharing my adventure with you, and I can't wait to have you join me on the water. Well, here we are at Cass River. We'll see if I have any better luck here than I did at KayakMatt. Basically, it's just an ultralight setup with a gulp minnow. Not a whole lot going on around here. Yeah, it's quiet. little ultralight fishing after my failure at Quantico. I thought I'd give it another shot here, and maybe I'll get lucky enough to share a catch or two with you. Don't expect a whole lot of bites just because of the weather and where things are currently. But there's a little view of what I'm looking at, what I'm enjoying. We'll see if anything is interested in what I've got. I'm just doing very light fishing, ultralight. Just get me back into catching some fish. It's been 6 months since I've been out. But just a taste of what I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to be sharing with you. This might be boring, might not turn out the way I hoped, but hey, that's what happens when you're raw and uncut. I guess sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. We'll see how things go. See, that's my gulp minnow. It's 1-inch gulp minnow. Jigging, really. Let it sink to the bottom, pop it a few times. The flow in this river is different than it was the last time I was here. It was all floating to my left, but today it's going right. Water is 100% murky. You can't see to the bottom, obviously. Any number of reasons, and this time of year or the runoff from the winter has probably contributed to how murky it is, but it's definitely higher than it was the last time I was out here. Probably be a short video today, just because this is my second stop, like I said in the beginning. It's just trying to get things put together. This portion of the video is just going to be raw and uncut. I will probably add an intro prior to, because I forgot to give an intro during this. So I'll probably get to this point and say, hey, I just heard your intro, but it's just kind of one of those things that you got to be prepared right away, otherwise you have to add a beginning. Definitely remember to get my outro, but for this part, we'll get my intro added to the beginning. Just see how things go. Obviously, I'm using a 1/64 ounce jig head on an ultralight rod. Nothing fancy about the rod, it's just a laser light spin. So it's not my most expensive rod, but it's the one I figured I might get a little more action on today, depending on how the breeze goes. Came from Quantico. Quantico was 25 mile an hour blustery winds. I couldn't even, for the life of me, cast the rod because it was so light. But here I'm a little bit more sheltered than I was over on the Quantico River. Cass River's kind of downset with valleys, as you can see across the way. I've got the bridge next to me. So it's just a footbridge, so people may occasionally walk by. So, last time I was here, deer were up on the shorelines, and that was pretty impressive to see. But let's just see if we catch a fish. Not really used to ultralight fishing. All my rods that I had previously were medium light rods, so it's a little different for me anyway. But I've been really looking at a few YouTubers and stuff that actually do some ultralight fishing and have pretty good luck with it, so I thought I'd give it a try, see if it's something I'll do more frequently, or if it's just going to be something that will be done from the kayak where I can get to shores and stuff. But my first video that you saw, I recorded kind of like a what to expect on my channel. We'll see how well this does. But as I've stated previously, if you haven't seen my first video, then I'll likely do some kayak fishing. This is one of the rivers I will be on. This runs all the way out towards Saginaw, Vassar, Frankenmuth, all of them. And it's a pretty calm river during the spring and summer. It also tends to get a little low, so to have it this high was kind of surprising to see. I'm not usually out here this late or this early in the year, so I'm not used to seeing actual water up this close, up this high. It's kind of unusual for me to see river so high. Normally it's shallow. I don't know if you can see the rocks and the water down below, but I don't know how well it shows up on the video, but there's times that I've been down here that you can see those rocks sticking out of the water. So as the summer goes on, this river becomes more calm, and it also tends to now I'm gonna break off because that's my luck. Got caught up on a rock down there, pretty sure. So that'll break off for me, and that is probably going to wrap up this video. Like I said, this one's going to be a short one because it's kind of early in the season to be out fishing, but nothing's better than the early bite, the first bite of the year. So I was hoping to take you along with me and catch the first fish. Unfortunately, I broke off. I will have to run to my car because I didn't bring any jig heads with me to here, to the river. It's brilliant on my part, but I guess that's what you get when you get a rookie doing video for YouTube. I promise things will get better. Things will look better, turn out better. We'll see how things go. Obviously, this is just a first run. This is my second stop today. First stop, like I said, I wanted to see no going. It was 25 mile an hour winds blowing right in your face. I'd have been an icicle by the time it was over. But I just wanted to make sure everybody sees what's going on. I'm new to this. It's something I've decided I wanted to try, see how well I do. But not every trip is going to be a success, and not every video is going to be posted that I take, because who wants to watch someone get broke off and not actually catch anything? But there'll be days that I'll post just because there'll be conversation, that topics I'll be talking about that I think you might be interested in. Let me know what you think, and thank you for coming with me on this adventure. Have a wonderful day, and next time, join me on the water.